man is back.
Oh, okay, boys. Oh my gosh, the man got that stuff. This is a 5 out of freaking 5.
It is beat making time.
Next week is E3 week. My album comes out next week.
I have the leopard.
This is your boy.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash True Inferno. Back at it with another Call of Duty Black Ops 6 commentary video gameplay for you guys. Okay, so here's the deal. Right now it is Wednesday, April the 23rd. In about 18 minutes, as of me recording this video, that is, the pre-orders for the Switch 2 will be available in the United States, and I'm assuming in Canada as well. They pushed it back, so now we got a release date. I mean, we're not a release date, but now we got a pre-order date, and it's happening on the 24th. So the day this video drops, pre-order should be available, assuming that they haven't sold out. I don't know, but yeah, there you go with that. Now, why did they push the pre-orders back? Well, because of the stupid tariffs that Trump tried to implement. But if I heard correctly, I think they paused the tariffs because, one, there was a lot of backlash against it, and two, not the backlash came worldwide, if memory serves it correctly. So there's a pause on it. So, and Nintendo was like, yo, we're going to hold off pre-orders, because this was supposed to happen like, I think a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. But Nintendo, that is a Japan-based company, was like, yo, we're going to hold off on tariffs because we don't know how they're going to unpack it, because their systems, their Nintendo systems, are made in Vietnam and in China. And the tariffs, if they would have went through China, if you would have got products from China, then you would have been hit up with a tax of, I don't remember the exact amount. It was like between 20 to 30%. But if you got it from Vietnam, it was like, I think as high as 48%. So it was crazy. It was really, really crazy. So Nintendo's like, yo, hold up. We're about to pause pre-orders in America and in Canada until we can figure this tariff thing out, or whatever the case may be. So because of that, and because of a bunch of other reasons, the tariffs themselves were paused, and now we got this. So the systems will remain the same price. So if you want the system by itself, with no games, by the way, it's $450. But if you want the Mario Kart World Bundle, obviously with the Switch 2, that's $500, which is better because the game by itself is $80. So if you get the system for $450, then you turn around and get the game for $80, you're spending $30 more. That's stupid. So I'm going for the $500 bundle. Hopefully I can get that pre-order, and then we can move on from there. Now, that's not what this video is about. What this video is about is the accessories. Yeah. So there are a bunch of Nintendo Switch 2 accessories that was announced during the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct that happened like a few weeks back, like I want to say a month ago, whatever the case may be. And all of those got hit with price increases. Now, I want to say these price increases are for America. I could be wrong on that. I'm not 100% sure. But because the article I'm looking at is artechnica.com, and they don't mention anything about any other country regarding the price increases happening for them. So I'm assuming this is all just for America. So let's go over the price increases. Now, the majority of these are, I ain't gonna say how much they are, but I'll explain that later on. So starting with the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller, which was going to be $79.99, $80. Now it's going to be $84.99, $85. So that's a $5 increase. The Switch 2 Joy-Con 2 controllers, say that 5 times fast. The Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con 2 controllers. Originally, it's going to be $90. Now they're $95. So yeah, controllers cost more than the games. That's crazy. The Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con 2, yep, there's that again. Charging grip was $35. Now they're $40. The Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con 2 straps, they were $13. Now they're $14, so that's a $1 increase, okay. The Nintendo Switch 2 Joy-Con 2 Real was $20. Now it's $25. And then the Nintendo Switch 2 camera was $50. Now it's $55. Oh, this one really got on my nerves right here, this one. The Nintendo Switch 2 dock set was $110. Now it's $120. Yeah, that's a $10 increase right there. Moving on. The Nintendo Switch 2 carrying case and screen protector was $35. Now it is $40. The Nintendo Switch 2 all-in-one carrying case was $80. Now it's $85. And the Nintendo Switch 2 AC adapter was $30. Now it's $35, which is crazy. So the majority of these price increases were basically by $5. If I look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things took a $5 increase. One of them was like a $1 increase, which is like the strap, so it's like whatever. And then the dock set took a $10 increase, and that's the only $10 increase. I thought it was another $10 increase, but I guess I read it wrong. But nevertheless, yeah, there you go. So it sucks that they had to do that. And the reason why they say they're doing this is because of the whole terror situation. Even though, again, if memory serves it correctly, if I read correctly, the terrorists here are paused. But they probably want to do it for the system. But the thing about it is this: America and especially Canada would be pissed if they increase the price of the system. I mean, like, people were like thinking that this was going to be the case. But at the same time, it's not like they was going to accept it, because again, we would have been pissed. Now, will we be pissed at Nintendo for it? Partially. But obviously, we'll be pissed at Trump for it because of the hotels crap. So, there you go with that. Now, I'll be perfectly honest. Out of all this stuff here, unless they come out with a dope-ass Joy-Con 2 controller, I'm not buying any of this crap. Like, the only thing that I may get is the AC adapter. Like, if I need another AC adapter, then I may cave and get a, one for $35. But keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, there's also third-party accessories that are going to be coming out for the Switch 2. And normally, those are cheaper than the official Nintendo branded joints. So, none of this stuff is really necessary. None of it. Not a single one of these things. Like, the only one where I don't know about a third-party version of it is the camera. But it would be cool if that was the case and it was cheaper than this. Or if it was better than this, but it cost the same or a little bit more, then that would be one thing. But ultimately, the whole chat thing, I'm like, bro, we got Discord for that. We don't need, no, we got Discord for that. I don't know why that's the thing. That's what Discord's for. So, even though funny enough, the Discord CEO did step down recently. Actually, today. That news came out today as of me recording this video. So, that's interesting. But all this stuff, man, you really don't need. You really, really don't need. Like, the only thing that maybe, keyword is maybe we're getting, is the straps. And that's because that only took a $1 increase. Everything else is like, nah, bro, you straight. You straight. And maybe, no, you can get a charging grip. You can get a cheaper charging grip. So there's nothing here worth getting. I'll be perfectly honest. Not a lot of stuff here worth getting. So, well, it sucks that they raised the prices on these, but it's not the end of the world, because they're going to be third-party brands that are going to come out that's going to be cheaper than this crap, and they should be fine. Like, they are some, respectable third-party brands that are just as good as the official Nintendo brands. So, for the most part, there's nothing to worry about here. Or, just go to games. Well, I don't know. Like I said, if nobody gets this, then there won't be a used version of it, because nobody would get it, but I would probably say, if y'all really want to mess around with any of this stuff, wait for a pre-owned version. Somebody go trade it in or sell it, whatever the case may be. So, there you go with that. But, end of the day, just get the third-party version of all this stuff. Or any of this stuff, rather. And you should be fine. So, that's my thoughts on that. I'm going to call it a wrap. So, with all that said, y'all know what this is. This is your boy, New J Gatsby, a.k.a. New Steam Day Smith, saying peace out, y'all. And I'll see y'all next time. Good luck on your pre-orders. Take care, y'all.